Easy, boy.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, well, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell. It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
You heard Pat. You need to stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through.
E aí, Otaku,
I had no
beleza,
choice.
mano?
Is he with us?
E aí, Vitinho? Como é que você tá, mano? Não, Otaku, precisa não, mano. Relaxa, velho.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
Hey, we have one behind us. Stay on it. Covering fire. Where'd he come from?
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
You think you can kill me too?
Come out, you yellow bastard!
Ah, esse jogo aqui é da hora, Vitinho, mano. Quase que eu não faço live hoje. Aí, ó. Ah, vou fazer uma, né? Quase que eu trago também o Xenoverse 2.
I knew that going through that front door meant putting my butt in a shooting gallery, so I decided to get sneaky. Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off.
These some bitches run.
Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
Não, Otaku, esse aqui não é pequeno não, pô.
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks. Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window.
E aí, Alan, beleza, mano? Bem-vindo, cara. Não, relaxa, Otaku, esse aqui não é pequeno não, pô. Eu uso sim, Vitinho. Eu uso o OBS pra fazer as lives.
Back door! We'll cover you! Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that,
Fala a qualidade máxima o que, Vitinho? Do jogo? O do jogo, eu acho que esse aqui tá no máximo, pô. Porque como ele é um jogo antigo, ele não pesa tanto assim, não. É, tá no máximo o jogo.
And upstairs, I found Billy and Charlie Bolton.
How about that? Huh? You like that?
Não, a live não. A live eu faço em 360, pô. Porque meu upload aqui não é muito bom, não. Não, nesse aqui não dá pra fazer curvar a bala não, Otaku. Dá pra fazer só o efeito Matrix só.
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
Bullet's worth $500. Dead or alive. Shoot that man. I can keep this up all day. I think I got one. Where the hell Garrett get to? Missing all the action.
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming. That's when Charlie got hit. They're catching us in a crossfire, shouted Billy. Get to the other side.
Esse jogo aqui, Otaku, só confirmar aqui pra não falar errado, ele é de 2013. Mas você usa o que? Você usa o Action, né, Vitinho? Já tentou usar já o OBS já? Ah, o OBS não tem segredo não, pô. Ele é bem fácil de
I
configurar.
don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention. He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? I would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have.
E aí, Knight, beleza? Então, Otaku, a história dele é que você é um caçador de recompensas e você tá contando a história pra todo mundo. Oh, qualquer coisa, Vitinho, você chama lá no WhatsApp, mano. Eu te ajudo a configurar de boa, pô.
Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack is joshing with me.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Gonna gut you like a fish.
Making my way past a passel of fallen clothes.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach.
Star.
Ô Vitinho, o bom do OBS é isso, cara. Se ele desconecta, ele já conecta automático já.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Tava dormindo já, Nath?
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met
Eu
Pat
falo assim,
Garrett.
Night, quando cai a internet,
So let me start again.
no seu caso não tem, no seu caso, no do lar, que a net de vocês são boas. Mas a minha aqui às vezes cai, pô. Aí quando cai, o OBS reconecta automaticamente.
Stepped inside, and bam! Last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on.
Aí eu
How
não
did it
preciso
end?
abrir outra live. É só eu continuar a mesma live,
that
normal.
was just the beginning.
Não, precisa deixar não, é automático do programa mesmo.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive,
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
Caramba, você melhorou mais sua net, mano. Sua net já era boa pra caramba.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move.
É, exclusivo de PC é
Shot
difícil, hein,
Tim
mano.
Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway.
Que a maioria que tem pra PC tem pra
Later, they wrote that
Xbox,
some
tem
lady
pra Play
friend planted
3.
a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy
Só
helped
se
me
você pegar
escape
uns
too.
bem antigos, uns que ainda vão sair ainda.
My first order of business was finding a firearm. Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun. I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to
Oh,
make my escape.
pega Soul Calibur
So I
então,
did.
Night. É de luta, mano. É tipo o estilo que você gosta mesmo.
The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus. Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. Guards were everywhere looking for it. I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
Luta tem pra caramba, mano. Ainda mais agora que vai sair o Samurai Shodown também, se eu não me engano.
See, me and the kid share a certain similarity in build and coloring. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
Children here.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters. Smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
I think I winged it. I don't get paid for this.
But where was the kid while you were busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free. So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town. I knew if I
Eu sou o
made it out
cara,
of there in
eu não
one
sou muito
piece,
fã não.
no one would
Eu
put a
cheguei a
price on
baixar
mine.
esse 6 e jogar, mas eu não curti não.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy, and all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
We're gonna be in deep shit when Pat gets back.
How did he get away?
We're gonna be a deep shit with this back.
Leave him to me.
Do this.
I'm putting you down.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he
Ah,
did.
então,
Billy
mano,
didn't
pena que não
kill
deu
Bob.
certo o Free Fire no canal do
Dispatched him
Bonsangue,
right
né?
after he shot Deputy Bell.
No,
Ia
sir.
ser bom se tivesse
Bob
dado
came
certo.
right up
Aí
behind
como
me,
já que não
angry
deu
as hell
certo,
that Billy
mano,
had lit
aí ele
out.
voltar a fazer o que ele
Hello,
fazia
Bob.
antes.
I said, I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself. I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I
Caramba,
had no
quase que eu
damn
morri.
choice.
Ainda bem que o
Well.
cara errou.
Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later. So he's a...
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Ah, é da hora mesmo, Otaku. Já que aí não dá pra gente jogar o Red Dead, né, mano? Então o que tem é esse aqui, pô. Esse aqui eu gosto dele pra caramba.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for Old Man Clown. I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there!
I did my best to help those poor passengers. Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attack from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they were. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up. Finally, they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament. I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. The bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it.
E aí, Marcelo, beleza, mano? Seja bem-vindo aí, cara.
I was done running, and the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
Ah, esse aqui é muito louco esse jogo, mano.
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
He's nothing but a cat.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, "Clanton, I'm coming for you!" A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him
Ah, os
till
duelos são
Kingdom
muito
Come.
loucos, mano. É uma das
But I
melhores
knew I
partes do
could
jogo.
not let that deter me. Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Damn, I gotta reload. What I ever do? Look at you, Would you just die?
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
You want to do something? What a piece of crap!
E aí, HD, beleza, mano? Seja bem-vindo aí, cara.
Contraption damned to death. Why are you so afraid to face me, huh? What I ever do to you?
O cartel ainda não cheguei a jogar não, Marcelo. Mas falam que é da hora também. Salve, Bárbara, boa noite. Fiquei preso. Eu fui pra frente e fiquei preso no carro. Ah, esse velho é chatinho mesmo, Otaku. Ele só fica nessa metralhadora aí, caramba. Olha lá, de novo, mano. Ah.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Wait, goddamn book. You murdering bastard! What I ever do to you? I don't know how you live this long. Why are you so afraid to face me, huh? Would you just die? What a piece of crap!
Nossa, que mentira! Oh.
You want stupid zombie! Try me instead.
É, tá foda aqui, ó. Tá foda. Acho que agora eu passo.
Show yourself. I don't know how you live this long. Do I gotta reload it? Where'd you get that? Oh! You one stupid zombie. Hey, let's see what you're made of, boy. What'd I ever do to you? Wait, goddamn book. Look at you yellow belly.
Aí é ruim, hein?
I don't know how you live this long. Damn contraption, damn the Where'd you get that? You one stupid zombie. Oh. Stop your hiding from me. What I ever do?
Apparently, one of the
Pronto, cara.
cowboys made it out of
Velho
there
chato.
alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps. And that little misunderstanding eventually led
Ah,
to
Otaku,
that
vai ser só
legendary
uma pizza
gunfight at the
então, hein?
OK Corral. A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bright?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why.
Earp's coming!
Get ready, boys. But first, I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious. Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise, and after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil. Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was. There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the Cowboys identified each other, and I was beginning to wish I had one myself. But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed, and that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cap.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot. Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack. Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover. Everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand. Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
Meu, esse aqui é chato, velho. Esse aqui é meio chatinho.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil! You working for Wyatt Earp? Did that sumbitch Earp send you to kill me? Get him, boys! Let's see what you got!
Que esse aqui, você toma 4 tiros, você já morre, cara. Ele atira rápido pra caramba. Não viu o cara. O cara só apareceu pra me matar só.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Dance with the devil!
Já voltou já? Você quer demorar mais pra voltar? Pior que eu saí do meio do jogo, mano. Ah, voltou.
him pay for that! No one gets Curly Bill!
Deixa eu ir com calma aqui pra não morrer.
Brocious gave
Não,
me no
Marcelo, não
choice
cheguei a
but to
zerar
take
não,
his
cara.
life. But Ringo was
Porque quando
nowhere
eu
to be
joguei ele
found.
da primeira vez, eu tinha um notebook. O notebook não rodava muito bem ele. Até
Até
conseguia jogar.
Mas
Mas eu não cheguei a zerar não, porque o
To this
notebook
day,
deu
his
problema,
killer
pô.
is still unknown.
Aí eu baixei ele agora de novo assim,
Indeed.
aqui pro PC,
Took me a few
pra
months
poder
before I
terminar
finally
ele.
tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
Ah, esqueci, ainda tem esse duelo ainda.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Sorry I had to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend
Ah,
ain't
não,
always true.
eu sei, Marcelo, ele é muito louco esse jogo, mano.
Doc Holliday
muito
had
da hora, vale
nothing
muito
to
a
do
pena.
with the death of Johnny Ringo. I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
É, depois eu vou dar uma procurada nos outros também pra jogar, mano. É que esse aqui foi o que eu gostei mais, mano. Ah, esse jogo aqui é muito frenético, mano. É da hora, velho. Você não fica parado nem um minuto.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him. As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, and Samuel Colt made them equal.
You can't beat the innocents!
É, eu gosto de economizar ele um pouco, ô Marcelo. É bem difícil usar ele. E aí, Célio, beleza, mano?
Come out, you yellow bastard!
Do you know who we are? Plummer wants that asshole dead.
Eu não gosto disso aqui no jogo, mano. Ele dá um pulinho de nada e já morre já. Nem tinha tomado 2 tiros antes.
Who the hell is that then?
Don't let him get a shot up!
that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48.